What is up, guys? Well, I'm gonna make this one quick vlog. Tomorrow I'm getting ready for a quick day trip to Mexico. I'm going back to Mexico, and usually go to Mexico with my father-in-law and myself, but tomorrow actually my wife has the day off, so she'll be with me. So we're spending the day in Mexico tomorrow with her dad, so my father-in-law. And earlier when I talked to her, I told her I want to get all my camera gear ready, and I want to try to vlog, and I want to road vlog what's on the road, what we see, and just record me and whatever. And she's like, yeah. So she's kind of getting hyped about it, so it's getting me hyped about it, because you see, back in the day, like when we first got married, I should say when we first got together, when we first started dating, she had that big camera, the VHS type camera, and I think before we got together, she had another type of camera that I don't know what kind of film it went on. It recorded the image or the video onto some sort of film. I can't remember the name. She had the big VHS camera, and she used to carry it around. And at the time, that was a thing to have. That video camera, that was pretty cool to have. So, needless to say, she used to carry that camera around everywhere we went. Kids' birthday parties, even to my side of the family, my nieces and nephews' birthday party, she would take the camera, and to her sister's house, all our nieces and nephews, she would carry that camera around, and she's had tons and tons of tapes, VHS tapes laying around. And after a while, they started coming out with the smaller cameras, and some of the family members started making fun of her. They're like, you carry a big old Channel 5, Channel 10, Channel 3, whatever the news was. They Channel 10 news camera around and carrying it. And we're live. And so it got kind of funny. And then after a while, it did get kind of, how do I want to say it? It was too bulky to carry around. So it was always like, watch out for the camera. Don't hit the camera, be careful for the camera. And, they really didn't have those big hard cases at the time with the sponges inside and the foam, what have you. It was just, you can get a foam case, just real, like a laptop bag type deal. So, but the camera was so big that it was, you put it in your trunk of your car or wherever, you were scared to break something, especially because it had a handle. It had this the viewfinder that popped out the side, and you hold it up to your eye. And so if that snapped, what have you. So she used to record a lot. She used to always be recording, and it stopped after a while. And then she got another little camera, and then she would mess around with it a little bit. And after a while, a lot of the family would depend on her for her videos. They'd always ask her, "Oh, hey, did you video the party? Did you happen to record the party?" And she was like, "Yeah. Oh, I need a copy. So it got in. I think it turned into more, not, I'm gonna say work, but just a hassle, just a pain. So it was easier just to show up with no camera. And so she stopped recording, and her mom tried to get her back into it and bought her another little camera. I think it was called 8mm or something. It was a smaller one. And then after that, she got another smaller with a digital camera. Then it had an SD card, but the quality on those wasn't great. It was, I don't remember what it was at the time, but the quality wasn't all that. And she didn't like it too much, so she kind of stopped recording. And now with our phones, she started recording a lot when we first got our smartphones, but then she ran out of space right away. So she realized, I can't record that much like she thought she could. And I'd clean her phone out for her, and then she'd do it again, and I'd clean her phone out. But then after a while, she got tired of me. "Hey, I need to clean your phone," or "Babe, can you clean my phone?" So she kind of stopped recording. So now that I've picked it up, on this YouTube, and using my GoPro and my camera, or my phone as my camera, we're going on this road trip tomorrow. When I mentioned it to her, like, "Hey, I want to vlog. I want to take a lot of footage of where we go and what we do." At first I thought she was gonna say, like, "Wow, why?" But she's like, "Okay." And I said, "And if you can, record me. You record me." And she said, quick story. When my son was young, my middle son, Johnny Ray, he was young. He was, maybe 3 or 4 years old. And this was one of the times when she had her big video cameras. We had just bought our first house together, and we had just got done painting the house, and the kids were playing outside, and I was washing out the paint rollers and the paint brushes, and Brandy House slapped new paint on it. And my youngest son was in the tree. He climbed the tree. We had a mulberry tree, and he climbed up it. And here comes my wife with a video camera, and she's recording me and my oldest son cleaning up the tools that we used to paint the house. So she's recording the house, and all of a sudden, I said, give me the camera. I'll record you and you and the kids. And so I get the camera, and my youngest son, or my middle son that's in the tree, says, Dad, camera me, Dad, camera me. That was the cutest thing, because he was so young, and instead of saying, I don't know how you would say, hey, record me, but he said, camera me, Dad, camera me. So there I point the camera up at him, I'm recording him on that tree. But so today when I told my wife, hey, tomorrow we're on the trip, I want to record and get some footage and all that, that's the first thing she said, camera me, Dad, camera me. So that was cool. So I'm looking forward to that. But on a different note, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you take on a road trip when it comes to vlogging or camera gear? And I don't really want to say camera gear because I don't want to take a whole lot of gear. Remember, I am going with my father-in-law, so I don't want to be lugging a whole lot of stuff. And it's just a day trip, so all I'm really wanting to take is a camera bag. And I have this little one here that I use. It's not necessarily a camera bag, but I use it as a camera bag. So far what I'm taking is just like my suction cup mount for the window, for the windshield, and a selfie stick and a tripod. I also have, like my mic, obviously. I have an extra power bank, this power bank here. I got another one charging, so I have two of them. I don't know what else to take, if I'm missing anything or what. And another thing too is it's hot. Tomorrow's going to be really hot, so I got to be careful on using all my cameras at once because I don't want them to overheat. Anyways, that was my question: is what do you guys usually take? And am I overthinking it? I probably am. I'm probably overthinking it, but I've got so many tripods to choose from, and I think just a selfie stick, like for example, make it quick. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. This selfie stick tripod thing from GoPro, it works pretty good, only for GoPro, so I can't put my phone on it. So I have another tripod for my phone, so I don't know, I'll figure it out. But I just wanted to ask you guys what you carry and any tips or recommendations on what I should carry or something to make it easier. Let me know. Anyways, I'm out of here. I got to finish getting ready for tomorrow, and see you on the next one.